For the first time in history, Tesla has been dethroned. A new king has emerged in the electric vehicle world, and the numbers are staggering. In the final quarter of 2023, China's BYD surged ahead, selling more EVs than Tesla, marking a historic shift in the industry. Tesla's grip on the market is slipping, its lead shrinking at an alarming rate. What went wrong? Why is Elon Musk scrambling for a response? And more importantly, what does this mean for the future of electric vehicles? The truth behind Tesla's fall is deeper than most realize. And what's coming next could change the EV landscape forever. Stay until the very end, because the final twist in this story reveals a challenge that Tesla may not be able to overcome. For over a decade, Tesla stood as the undisputed leader in the electric vehicle market. It wasn't just a car company, it was a revolution. With high-performance, long-range EVs, Tesla forced the auto industry to adapt, pushing innovation to new heights. The company's early lead created advantages that seemed impossible to surpass. Cutting-edge battery technology, the world's most extensive charging network, and an intensely loyal customer base. But dominance breeds complacency, and Tesla's weaknesses began to surface. Production delays, inconsistent quality control, and missed delivery targets were once brushed off as growing pains. But as the industry evolved, those same issues became Tesla's Achilles heel. While Musk's company focused on expansion, a new competitor was rising in the shadows, one that would soon shatter Tesla's dominance. A decade ago, Tesla's biggest threat came from legacy automakers hesitant to embrace EVs. But that changed with BYD, a company that followed a completely different strategy. Unlike Tesla, which focused on luxury performance vehicles, BYD targeted the mass market. For years, it was dismissed as a second-rate brand producing cheap imitations. Even Elon Musk mocked the idea that BYD could ever compete.
You don't see them at all as a competitor?
No.
Why is that? I mean, they offer a lower price point.
I don't think they have a great product.
But while Tesla perfected its branding and software, BYD was scaling production, securing raw materials, and expanding into new markets. And then, the moment of reckoning arrived. In the final quarter of 2023, BYD outsold Tesla in global EV sales, 526,000 vehicles to Tesla's 484,000. This was no minor fluctuation. This was a power shift. BYD's success was no accident. It was a masterclass in cost efficiency, strategic expansion, and government support. Superior cost control. BYD mastered mass production, allowing it to undercut Tesla's prices while maintaining strong profit margins. Government backing. China's aggressive EV subsidies gave BYD a massive financial advantage, while Tesla struggled with rising costs. Global expansion. While Tesla fought supply chain bottlenecks, BYD rapidly expanded into Europe, Latin America, and other key regions. Meanwhile, Tesla's miscalculations played right into BYD's hands. Tesla's fatal weakness, the Gigafactory gamble. Tesla's entire production strategy revolved around gigafactories, massive, state-of-the-art facilities designed to streamline manufacturing. The goal was to control the supply chain, reduce costs, and scale production efficiently. But in reality, gigafactories became Tesla's greatest liability. Tesla's supply chain was too centralized and too fragile. Between 2020 and 2023, global shortages in microchips, raw materials, and battery components exposed serious weaknesses. While BYD and other automakers diversified suppliers and built flexible production systems, Tesla's factories stalled, leading to higher costs, delayed deliveries, and frustrated customers. Labor disputes and government regulations only worsened the crisis. Berlin Gigafactory. Worker strikes and disputes over pay and conditions. Shanghai plant. Disruptions from China's strict COVID policies. U.S. factories. Union conflicts, production slowdowns, and missed targets. The demand for Tesla vehicles was strong, but Tesla couldn't produce them fast enough. And in a desperate attempt to stay ahead, Musk made a move that backfired spectacularly. The EV price war, how Tesla's plan blew up in its face. Faced with growing competition, Tesla slashed prices across its entire lineup in early 2023. Some models saw price reductions of over 20%. At first, the strategy appeared to work. Sales surged and demand increased. But soon, the true cost of these price cuts became painfully clear. Brand erosion. Tesla had spent years positioning itself as a premium EV brand. Drastic price cuts made the cars feel less exclusive. Outraged customers. Buyers who paid full price were furious after seeing their cars lose value overnight. Cancellations and lawsuits followed. Profit margins collapsed. Tesla's business model depended on high-margin sales. The price cuts forced Tesla to sell more cars just to break even. And the worst part? The competition responded immediately. BYD, with lower production costs, cut prices even further, forcing Tesla to compete in a game it couldn't win. Legacy automakers like Ford and Volkswagen also joined the price war, making the battlefield even more brutal. Instead of reclaiming dominance, Tesla weakened its own financial position, proving to the market that it could no longer dictate EV prices. China's EV empire, Tesla's biggest threat. The challenge isn't just BYD, it's China's entire government-backed EV strategy. Unlike the hands-off approach in the United States, China actively shapes the direction of its EV industry. Companies like BYD, NIO, and XPeng receive billions in subsidies, tax breaks and factory incentives, unrestricted access to raw materials. But China's biggest advantage? Battery dominance. China controls over 70% of the world's battery production, from mining to refinement to assembly. Tesla, unable to escape rising costs, now relies on its biggest competitor for critical components. BYD, on the other hand, manufactures its own lithium iron phosphate batteries, which are cheaper, safer, and longer-lasting than Tesla's nickel-based alternatives. Tesla's dependence on Western supply chains has become an unsustainable financial burden, while BYD continues to cut costs and increase margins. Can Tesla innovate fast enough to survive? Tesla built its empire on being years ahead of the competition, but that gap is closing fast. Self-driving technology, autopilot and full self-driving still suffer from lane detection issues, braking malfunctions, and safety concerns. Battery innovation. The highly anticipated 4,680 battery cells have faced production delays and technical issues. Competition catching up. BYD's Blade battery is already out, offering better safety, lower costs, and longer lifespan. If Tesla can't scale production of its 4,680 batteries and perfect self-driving technology, it risks losing its last competitive edge. The final question: will Tesla bounce back or fade into history? Tesla transformed the auto industry, but history has shown that even the most powerful companies can fall if they fail to adapt. The next few years will determine whether Tesla reclaims its throne or becomes a cautionary tale like General Motors' failed EV1 or Ford's collapse after the Model T. Will Tesla survive? Or is this just the beginning of its downfall? Drop a comment below. Is this the end of Tesla's dominance?